Hey guys, it's Sigurd of my house bidding you welcome to a video that is something other than video game pickups. How about that? A video from me that isn't just straight pickups. Well, kinda. I mean, I do have some pickups to show, but the focus isn't on pickups. The focus is on a new console that I have, which, if you recognize this kind of interface, you'll see that it is... that it is a... I'm not good with the scripted shit. I'm used to more just saying whatever I want, but trying to be focused with this video. You'll see that it is the PlayStation 4. And I will aim down just so you can see it. Yep, we have the PlayStation 4 right there. It's a nice glossy machine. It has a piano gloss as well as a kind of matte finish there. The piano gloss sees a lot of dust and kind of marks on it, but that's okay. I don't move it a lot, so it doesn't really have any marks on it. But as for the actual look of the console, I think it looks nice. It's a nice looking console, definitely something very modern looking, unlike my kind of setup. But I'll just kind of show you what's in the PlayStation 4, I'll tell you what I like about it, a couple of things that I dislike about it, and we'll start. So, when I turn on my PlayStation 4, I met with this Anthony Lewis, PlayStation Plus member, profile picture. Just press X. It takes me into the thing, shows my controller battery immediately, which I do like. And it has what's new page, as well as all of the games that I have played. And see the updates there, which is pretty nice, easy to access. This is something that I really like about the PlayStation 4 so far, this PlayStation Plus thing. While the PlayStation 3 was kind of popular, I never bought PlayStation Plus because I could get online for free and I didn't really need it. And it gave you free games, but once again, I had all the games I kind of wanted, so didn't really see any need to get them. Hey, Metal Slug. That is a really high price for Metal Slug. $18 for Metal Slug 3. That is crazy. That's something I kind of don't like about the kind of online store of the PlayStation thing. There are a lot of expensive games that are really no need to be expensive. Like Metal Slug 3. This is a game that came out in like 1996, 7? It's an old game, so there's no real need for it to be $18. But what I do like about PlayStation Plus is that you can download free games, which is really cool. And the games that I've downloaded so far are... After we get past this loading screen, I'll show you. I've downloaded The Walking Dead Season 2, which is very good, Magic 2, which I've yet to play, and Dragon Fin Soup, which I had to go at. It's okay. But I didn't have to pay... Technically, I didn't have to pay for these. You could see it as, well, $10 a month. Maybe that could be the cost of those, but at the same time, $10 a month is like the online fee, so you have to pay it to get online. Otherwise, you can't get online. So I see it as you're paying to get online, and then they're throwing these in for free. If you want to look at it the other way around, like, you're paying for these games and then you're getting online for free, do what you want. But that's really cool. I do like how you get free games. I believe Microsoft does the same thing with their Xbox Live program. I've heard that. I have a friend that has an Xbox One, so he says he gets free stuff. Who might have doubted him? And it shows us this, which is actually the games we're getting for free tomorrow, on December the 1st, which is really cool, because otherwise it would be $30, $12.95, well, $30, $13, otherwise it would be $43, and I'm going to get them for free. And, you know, it's a couple of games that I actually really want to play, like Gauntlet. I've heard great things about the new Gauntlet, so That's something I really like about the PlayStation 4. You can get PlayStation Plus for it, and it allows you to go online and play with other people, which is a lot of fun. But it also allows you to get those free games, and you also get exclusive deals and discounts on the PlayStation Store. The notifications here, which are kind of cool. You know, just it's a notification, lets you know it's new. New version of WWE Network? Cool. Maybe it's installed all of the old NWA stuff, which I do like. We have friends here. If you want to chat with friends, you can. None of my friends are online. It's barely 9 o'clock, so they're either at work or asleep. We have events. You can sign up for events and stuff. Messages, party. I'm yet to get into a lot of this kind of stuff. Trophies, which I do like. You know, you do stuff in-game and it'll say, like, trophy achieved, and you'll have this kind of little digital thing saying you've done this at this time, which is kind of cool. Settings, it's pretty robust in the settings. You got a lot of different stuff. Yeah, I haven't really gone through and changed anything because I've liked what I've had so far, but at some point I probably will set some stuff up like remote play so I can play on the Vita. Power button, we're not going to press that just yet. So that's what that is. There's also some kind of new stuff that wasn't on the PlayStation 3, like you can access TV and video. Pretty sure that was on the PlayStation 3 actually. But this is something you couldn't access. It's live from PlayStation. You can actually watch people who are like live streaming games, which I did when Fallout 4 came. But I kind of looked up online to see what people were playing. It's like, oh, a lot of people are playing this, so just go in, click, it'll load up. I'm not going to wait for it to load, but once it's loaded, it will show the person playing, and it'll have comments on the side. Actually, I will wait. It's not too long to wait. Now, we're all patient people here, aren't we? See, you have the comments on the side there. And there you have the guy talking. It's actually really cool. You know, it's not something that I necessarily have much of an interest in, but it's kind of cool, and for people who are into it, it's definitely something good. You have the Playroom, which I'm yet to get into, so I'm not really sure what it is. I'm pretty sure that's something with the PlayStation camera. Internet, PlayStation videos. A really cool new feature of the PlayStation 4 is on the controller. And the controller is really nice. I don't like this weird blue thing, like the light. It's pretty bright. Could have been toned down a little, and I'm not sure if you can tone it down. But right here, there's a share button. And what the share button does is, while you're playing, if you do something fun or cool or something that you want other people to see, you press share, and it will save that video clip, and you can upload it to YouTube or to the PlayStation thing, or whatever. It's kind of awesome. That's what I mentioned in the Share Factory. You also have the media player, stuff like that. I'm yet to get into these kind of things, so now I will kind of show you what games I've been playing. And I haven't played too many games for PlayStation 4 just because I haven't owned it for a while, and after I bought it, money was a bit tight because, you know, it's a $300 console, so that money doesn't just fall out the trees into your lap. And games are still pretty expensive for it. So, as for the games I have, as you can see here, what I've been playing recently is Destiny, the Taken King. I'm yet to download all of the Taken King DLC or anything like that. I'm not sure if it'll work because I bought it pre-owned. But it's a pretty cool game. It's a first-person shooter, and it's really refined. It's a beautiful game. Now, you run around this level, you shoot stuff, you complete missions, and after you complete a mission, it doesn't just end, it just, bleh. The game just kind of ends after you finish a mission. It will take you off of the world and put you back on the hub world, which you can go around and find more missions. It's pretty fun so far. Will I finish it? Maybe, maybe not. Did not come with a manual. That seems to be a trend for the PlayStation 4. I don't think any of the games I have came with a manual, but no biggie, I think you can download the manual online. Same thing with the Vita. I also have this game, which is so fun. If you have a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, do yourself a service and grab this game. Even if you don't like the other games in the series, you may get some enjoyment out of this. It is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and this game is so much fun. Unlike other Assassin's Creed games, you play as a pirate in this one. And I'd say a good 70% of the game is on a pirate ship. Alright, mailman came to my door. I had to get up and answer it, so... Alright. So as I was saying, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, great game. About 70% of the game takes place on a pirate ship, so you just go around doing pirate ship stuff. You loot other ships, you find buried treasure, you upgrade your ship. One of the greatest things about the game is that while you're in your ship, your crew will sing. They will sing like sea shanties, which is so cool. It kind of breaks up the monotony of just sailing around, and you get to hear songs, which is pretty neat. So definitely give this one a check out. I haven't finished it yet, but I will at some point. Like the other Assassin's Creed games, it's pretty damn long, so... Speaking of pretty damn long, this is a game that isn't pretty damn long. It is The Order, 1886. I got this for, I believe, $16 from one of my local cash converters, which, at the length, I think was a good deal. I probably wouldn't have paid $100 for this, or if I did, I probably would have felt a bit shortchanged by the end of the game. It's a very short game, only 7-8 hours long, maybe 5-6 if you're actually good at video games. But it's a... gameplay-wise, it's very much like your Gears of War, Binary Domain, Vanquish, stuff like that. You know, third person, behind the shoulder, you duck into cover, you shoot enemies, stuff like that. The appeal of the game is the graphics and the level design, which is so beautiful. This is probably the best looking game on the PlayStation 4 that I've played so far. I'm not sure if there are any others that look better, let me know. But this one looks so good. You play as this guy who is a Knight of the Round Table in a kind of Victorian era London, so like 1880s, 1886 even. But you have all of these kind of advanced weapons and technology, so it's very steampunk kind of inspired, I guess you would say. There's no real kind of steam things, but it does have that feel. And it's a fun game. It's a very fun game. You fight against humans, you fight against werewolves. There's vampires in the game as well, but you don't really fight against them, so it's kind of cool. At the end, it sets itself up for a sequel, which down the line, if it does get a sequel, I'll definitely be buying it once it goes down in price. So definitely a cool game. Once again, no manual, just came with this kind of little instruction sheet, which, you know, I would like a big full color manual so I can read it, but what can you do? And the last game I have for the PlayStation 4, and the one I've been playing the most of, and the first game I got for the PlayStation 4, and my favorite game that I have for the PlayStation 4. All of the above. It's also the longest game that I've played for the PlayStation 4 so far. I put about 40 hours into this, finishing just about everything I could. It is Bloodborne. And if you're a fan of the other games in this series, the Dark Souls games and the Demon Soul game on the PlayStation 3, definitely give this one a look. It's a very difficult game. It's a, gameplay-wise, kind of a standard action RPG. You go around killing enemies, you get new equipment, you upgrade your stuff, you get better and better at the game until you're ready to face the final boss. But what sets this part apart from the other games in the Souls series is that there's really no way to block an attack. In the other Souls games, your left hand is almost dedicated to a shield. If you play as a kind of warrior character, you have to have a shield to block attacks. In this game, there's only one shield, and it's kind of a joke item. It's called the wooden shield, and it's only really useful for blocking arrows and gunshot fire. You know, it won't actually block any standard enemy attack. Which, considering a lot of the enemies are 2, 3, 4 times your size, you kind of need a shield if you're not very good at the game, so it forces you to kind of play by its rules, where you have to learn how to parry an attack, which you have a gun in your left hand, your sword in your right hand, and right before an enemy attacks you, you have to shoot them, and that will make them kind of staggered, and then you can hit them for massive damage. Otherwise, you have to learn how to duck and roll and avoid enemy attack, which is how I played the game, because I don't know how to parry. But it's a good game, very difficult. The environments are beautiful. That's something I can say about every PlayStation 4 game I've played so far. The environments, the characters, and the overall graphics are just magnificent. Definitely nothing that the PlayStation 3 could ever put out. And give this one a try. It's pretty cheap right now. It's like 40 some odd dollars I think I paid for my one, which, because it was the first PlayStation 4 game I wanted, I couldn't be bothered waiting until I found a good deal on it. I just paid what it was worth. But it's a good game. Very good game. Definitely check it out. The story, I'm not going to talk about the story. It's too much. It's confusing. Alright, and now I will kind of talk about a few of the things I dislike about the PlayStation 4, which there's not a lot, but there are a few. Firstly, on the controller, this light, it's very bright. Also on the controller, it doesn't stay, the battery life isn't too long. I think I get about 4 hours of play out of it before it says you have to recharge the battery, which I think the PlayStation 3 battery life on the controller was far longer. And the last thing I dislike about the PlayStation 4, as I said, there's not a lot. You can't get PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 games for it. And I don't mean like you can't put in a PlayStation 3, 2, or 1 game and it just won't read them. Which is kind of weird because the PlayStation 3 read PlayStation 1 games, the PlayStation 2 read PlayStation 1 games. So in every kind of Sony console other than the PlayStation 1, there has been some kind of backwards compatibility, and of course it couldn't be on the PlayStation 1, what was it going to be backwards compatible with? But PlayStation 4, it doesn't have any kind of backwards compatibility, and I hear that's going to change, something about a PlayStation 2 emulator being on this console, so we'll see what becomes of that later on. And another thing, you can't download PlayStation 1 or 2 games. On the PlayStation 3 and even the PlayStation Vita, there are a lot of games on the kind of digital store that you can download that are from the PlayStation 1 and 2's library. Like, I downloaded Silent Hill, I've downloaded Front Mission, I have, what was it, Breath of Fire, 1, 2, and 3. Was it 1, 2, and 3? I think so. And I also have LSD Dream Emulator, all on the PlayStation 3 that I got from the online store. And if you're a collector, you know, those are some pretty pricey games for the PlayStation 1, if you want to actually get a physical copy of them, so it was nice to be able to download them digitally at a highly discounted price. You know, I think I paid $4 or $5 each for them, which is a damn good deal. And I played through all of them, loved them. You cannot do that on the PlayStation 4. At least at the current time. At the time of this video, you cannot do it. That's what I have to emphasize. I looked on the PlayStation Store, their online store. I could not find any PlayStation 1 or any PlayStation 2 titles, which seems kinda weird to me. I mean, you'd think you'd be able to find them, considering the PlayStation 3 had them. But I don't know the deal. Maybe they plan to bring them in the future, maybe with a new update, I don't know. But that's all I really dislike about the PlayStation 4, and I think I've taken enough of your time. To anyone who watched the entirety of the video, thank you very much. Give yourselves a clap. But don't give yourselves the clap, because that's kind of nasty. So Zeke in my house bidding you farewell, and I recommend the PlayStation 4. if you are looking for a modern gaming system, it's definitely an option. See you guys later.
And that's all, folks.